Podcastville, the church of what's happening now is brought to you by On It, all your supplement needs. On It will be there for you. Next to Alpha, fucking backbone of the organization. The Alpha, the Alpha, we're gonna make it. We're gonna get back. Number two, it's got a new program called 96. It's a workout. Change your body in 6 weeks. Church, bam! You get 10% off. Sent right to your motherfucking house. A few people Joey, what kind of gi do you got? I'm a fat fuck, I need a big gi. Fuji, motherfucker, that's the gi you need. Whether it's the gis, whether it's the mouthpiece, whether it's the shin guards, whether it's the mats. Fuji's been around since Jesus left Chicago, you understand me? The first samurai had a Fuji fucking gi BC, before fucking Chino showed up. Never mind Christ. Chino showed up before fucking Christ, alright? But anyway, go to Fujisport.com right now and press in church, bam! And get 10% off like a motherfucker, you understand me? And that's it and that's that. Kick this fucking muley.
Chicago. I like that. Who was first, Chino or the Christ Killer?
Chino.
Okay.
Chino came first. Chinese guy came first. First guy to smoke.
Who was that? I was like that. Confucius said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And I always think, only a Chinese guy would walk that far. Confucius, that's a good motherfucking saying.
What the fuck? What's that about?
I've been obsessed with, since I went to Mongolia, I've been obsessed with Genghis Khan. I read his biography.
Was he really that fucking nasty?
Bad motherfucker, yeah. And so all they ate was meat, and drank milk. So the Mongolians had like really strong bones. They went down and rolled through China, and those different dynasties and kingdoms, they were vegetarian, so they could slice through their bones really easily because they were so like kind of thin and brittle. So you mentioned China, and I just think about Mongolians rolling through. And they like to attack in winter. They loved winter because the rivers and the mountains are frozen, and they can just roll right. And then in summer,
I wanted to look it up to make sure I was right. In the area where he was ruling in Asia, 8% of the men living in that area are related to him. So if you do 23andMe or whatever that is, Ancestry.com, in Asia, if you're a man, they have 16 million descendants of Genghis Khan living today. That's how many people used to have.
No, they did so much fucking everywhere, and he did apparently. And so I did a show in Mongolia. I'm gonna go back in August.
They're still in Mongolia?
Yeah, Mongolia is amazing, and I'm gonna go back in August. And that was my opening. I said, apparently everyone in the world is somehow related to Genghis Khan. So I'm just here to visit family. Hello, cousins.
I'm Chinese.
Are you? Well, yes, your eyes are all...
Yeah, I got some fucking Genghis in me.
I would believe that.
But my grandma fucked Genghis somewhere along the line. But I didn't know. I read something about him when I was locked up. I read like a paragraph about Genghis Khan. It was like, guys, the meanest guys in civilization.
Well, he was a pretty badass ruler, because he wasn't, and another thing, like, under the rule of Genghis Khan, no individual was ever held responsible for a mistake or an error. It was the community's fault as a whole. So I said that in my show, and I said, the show doesn't go well tonight, it's all of our fault.
How's Mongolia?
It's great, man. The people are so sexy there, like, they got high cheekbones, and really just stunningly beautiful people. They look like Avatar without the blue. They're just really beautiful people. And they're, super friendly. Not a lot of people travel there. And the food is amazing. It's meat, top of the meat, side dish, meat. And I loved it. And if you learn anything about the country before you go there, they go crazy. They love it.
Now, when you go to these places, what's your passport?
I'm on my 4th passport. I just got a new one about 6 months ago, which is too bad because my last passport, I had extra pages put in it twice, so it was really thick, and I filled it up. It was so great. You can't get more than 2 extra. Twice you can get extra pages put in. That was the limit. That's as thick as an American passport can get. And, it's beautiful. I got stamps from everywhere.
How hard is it for you to get into those countries? Like, do you have to plan your tour and, get visas from all these places, or do you just go plane tickets?
Well, like China, for example, I've been in China so many times, about 5 years ago. I don't know if they're still doing this. If you were a frequent visitor to China, they were giving out a 10-year visa. So I got the 10-year visa for China, which is great because in LA, you would have to go to the Chinese consulate, which is like, oh my God, it's between Wilshire and 6th, somewhere down there in Koreatown, and it was a day. You'd have to get in line and drop off your passport photos, and the forms would take a day, and then picking them up, the place was always really crowded and everything. So to have the 10-year visa is really a luxury.
Now, when you do comedy in
Mongolia was all Mongolians. There were two. There was an Australian guy and an American woman. They were the only 2 non-Mongolians there, and the rest of the audience was. Ulaanbaatar is the capital city of Mongolia, and they call it UB City for short. And the comedy club there is called UB City Comedy Club. And I think it seats maybe 150, and I think I had probably 95, 96 people. Great turnout, and I was interviewed on Bloomberg television of Mongolia. They were under Soviet rule forever, and so they just got rid of the Soviet Union, the Russians, 20, 30 years ago. So they're just embracing capitalism after not having shit or being communist forever.
What's the guy's name?
Well, I demand the names there. I don't know. I didn't meet the guy that owns the comedy club, but the names there. There's a comedian there called Zolo, and that's just what English people call him. His name is actually I'm friends with him on Facebook. He's the best friend I made there. I love this guy. But his real name is like 12 letters long. And then you meet people there with names like. I arrived at the airport and 5 Mongolian comedians picked me up at the airport, and it was great. They cheered when I came out, and they just bent over backwards showing me their country while I was there. They're comedians, we're brothers, and the dude driving tells me his name is Steve, and I go, oh, come on, I can handle your Mongolian name. What's your real name? And the guy goes, what? The guy's name was a noise, and I talked about it on stage. I go, the guy's name was, and they go, oh yeah, that's like a really common name in Mongolian. I'm like, not bullshit. And I go, okay. I go, what's your name? And the guy goes, I go, okay, Steve. But their languages really sounds really melodic and beautiful, but some of the names are like noises you make after you've had a large meal.
So from Mongolia, where do you go to? What's the next country from there to fucking Mongolia? What's the country next to it?
Well, it's between China and Russia. So
have you done comedy in Russia yet?
I know, but I've been to St. Petersburg. I've filmed. When I lived in Holland, I did a year as a presenter on a travel show. So I got to film a highlight on St. Petersburg. Incredible city. Lots of canals styled after Amsterdam. The Hermitage, probably one of the greatest museums in the world. Catherine the Great had agents going all over Europe buying up Rembrandt paintings. Rembrandt had fallen out of style. And so they got the largest collection of Rembrandts. It's pretty pimp.
Now, when you do China, you've done China.
Yeah.
Because Ari went to China. He goes, it was all Americans in China.
Well,
work at Apple or something, he said. He was telling me. I don't fucking know.
Half the audience will be international people. We won the language. We won the lottery when it comes to the language. 300 years ago, the international language of business was French. Now it's English because of the internet. Look at airline pilots. They got to be able to communicate in English no matter what country they're from to land. And I don't know if that's totally true. But
I saw that on Instagram too.
But didn't you hear that?
Yeah. I think I saw it as like a fact. I don't know if any of those posts are real, but
when I'm playing in China, the audience is half the audience will be internationals from everywhere. You got Australians, Canadians, Irish, English, Italians, Germans, Swiss, and then half the audience will be Chinese, Chinese American, Chinese Canadian, Chinese English, whatever, and then Chinese people who were educated in Western countries and love English language comedy. So it's usually half Chinese and half international in China.
Now, where do you go to next?
Now I'm going to Philadelphia. I'm going to be at the Punchline in Philadelphia, July 28th to the 30th. And this is the first time I've been back in Philadelphia since I got this sore on my forehead. Since I got sober. When I was so drunk in Philadelphia and I blacked out and fell off that bar stool like a tree. Fucking busted my head open. And Philadelphia is a great city to get a scar, the couple days I was there walking around and I had the fresh stitches on my forehead and I had a black eye. I got so much street credibility from all the homeless dudes in Philadelphia. What happened to you, big man? Did you get into a rumble? That was great.
How long ago was this? 2 years ago?
4 years ago.
So you were sober 4 years?
Yeah.
How's it feel?
Feels great. Yeah.
Did you ever think you would be clean?
Never. No, I never thought.
The weirdest thing?
Never, ever in my life thought I would not be drinking and not be smoking cigarettes. It was such a big part of my life. I still love booze and I still love cigarettes. Just trying to get some shit done and squeeze a few extra years out of living.
How long have you been clean from the cigarettes?
3 years. Once I quit the booze, I thought, fuck, if I could do that, I bet I could kick the cigs. And the cigs were harder, definitely. Still sucking on the nicotine lozenges once in a while.
Let me ask you this. Was the age a big factor in this? Like for me, I can tell you that I got clean, Yeah, I got clean, but I also think that I was just tired. I was tired of being in that position. It had been a long fucking time, you know. It
Yeah.
had been like, fuck, 17 years that I had a day off. Like I really
From fucking man, hardcore. You and I, when we met, you know,
Yeah.
in Houston, we were both. That's why we hit it off so well.
When I
It
committed,
was like, hey, this is a guy who fucking goes as hard as I do.
yeah, when I committed to comedy, I committed to party.
Yeah, well, I
That was my.
always thought that
They
being
went
a
hand in
comedian,
hand. Yeah, they went
part of it was being the life of the party and being, you know,
I don't know about
fucking
being
wild.
the life of the party. I just knew I had a party.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be the life of the party. I didn't want nobody knowing I was holding. I just knew that part of the mystique of getting into comedy was that I would have responsibility to live.
Yeah.
But so I did not have the same responsibility that people had. That was part of me.
Part of the allure.
Part of the allure. I lost control, but I really didn't. That was part of the allure. That you lose control, but you really didn't. And I'm thinking about why I thought the Netflix special wasn't so good. Let me tell you why. I got scared. That's not me. I'm the type of guy I don't give a fuck when I get on stage. This is what I'm saying. This is how I'm delivering it. You know, I'm for years. That was my the last 2 years I haven't been thinking that way. You know, they're paying to come see me. I have to make them go away happy. You know what I'm saying? It's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
When you first started doing comedy. So, that allure of being crazy is what really grabbed me about comedy. If I wanted to go home and be in bed at 10 o'clock at night, I got a girlfriend. That wasn't, once you become a comic, you get to listen to a whole other. That's where you get your material from. That's where you get your passion from. Is going into the unknown. That's a super gift. When you go on a triple run, you basically you know what's going to happen on a triple run. It's like going to the punchline in Philadelphia. It's not like going to the punchline in San Francisco.
But life is such like that anyway, without dropping into it like that. I'm not down on it.
No, but
like you guys hear, but it's like your wife
Few
put that
people
much
in
more
life
on you.
can do that, and you got it's the magic ticket. You're partying every night, especially like in the 80s and the 90s. Like drugs were everywhere, and it's free drinks everywhere. And
the comedy thing was living.
I thought I was part of the Rolling Stones. I just had to catch up to the band.
Me too. I didn't know I had to be in that. That was part of me. The reason I got into comedy, I was going against society and what society believed in.
Right.
I don't want to do what society does. I never want to do what society does. Never, ever, ever, ever do I want to be a part of society in that way. I always wanted to beat to my own fucking drum. Yeah, I'll do things that you guys do, but that's not the purpose why I want to do it. I want to live for the junkies. I've got ladies and gentlemen. People sitting looking at the Chelseas doing heroin with strippers. That was the life I wanted. If you woke up with women, I'll give a shot. Back on stage on a Thursday night. That's just the way it is. That was the allure I got into it. This part, this life I'm living now, with agents, managers, wives, children, this wasn't. I've accepted this. This is the next level of comedy.
Every warrior needs to eventually move on to wise men. Yeah.
But it's so funny. The allure of comedy for me was saying, fuck you to society. I'd already done time. I was already considered a Hell's Angel, whether I wanted to or not. Society had already put a sticker on me. I'm a felon. If you're going to ride this wave out, let's ride this motherfucker out. Why not be a funny felon? You know what I'm saying? You know, like angry felons that were tatted up. I did time. Yeah, well, let's just be a funny felon. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's an angle there. And that was it. That was the end. I just want to be a funny felon. I don't give a fuck where I woke up. You know, when you go on the trip, when you leave on Monday night and you go on that highway, you don't know what's going to happen. That's tremendous. That feeling is tremendous. People dream of that. People go to bed at picture. Some man made me afraid.
get it. I mean, it's exciting. It's romantic.
It's exciting. No, people are like, "Are you crazy? You can't watch me." And it's like I said, this, it's got to be the same when you're traveling, international. And you come into the universe. The universe takes place. The same thing happens. Exactly. When you get there, big show. Anybody have weed?
No, no. I would not. No, and I don't know what Mongolia is, but like,
There's certain places you just
in
don't die.
China and there's different countries in Asia, all of the penalty for drugs is execution. So I don't know. And it's great now that I don't drink, so it's I'm bright-eyed, clear.
So China and Japan.
I don't know if Japan is death, but most all the other ones, Jakarta, Malaysia. In Japan, on prisoners on death row, they do not know their day of execution. When you're on death row in Japan, you wake up every day. I was in Japan earlier this year. I had been to Japan in 10 years. I read all this shit about Japan. And that was one fact that I thought was pretty amazing. And then also, if you commit suicide in Japan by jumping in front of a train, your family is sent a bill. Disruption service.
I mean, those two facts are kind of sad, but to me, like Japan's the one country that I really that's probably my number one.
Japan's amazing. It's the Germany of Asia. It's it's efficient, it's clean, and they're fascinating people too. Like the way they're so stylish. Like I saw this dude in Tokyo, and he had full-on yellow Adidas. I put it on my Instagram. This dude was he looked like he was from Brooklyn. He had gold chains, like he was a rapper, like a hardcore Brooklyn rapper from 92. I was in Osaka about 10 years ago, and I saw these guys, and they were, the car culture's big there, those kind of LA hot rod cars and stuff. I saw these dudes in Osaka. They were dressed like Mexican LA gangbangers with even the hairnets and the flannel shirts with the buttons, 2 on the top and the white shirt underneath. These dudes are just like in the 80s when you would see the real 80s, 90s movies where you see movies of LA Mexican gangbangers. I kind of studied that. That's gonna be my style. See women over there wearing fishnet stockings and a raincoat buttoned up and stiletto heels. What pervert invented that style? It's just fascinating culture what they lock onto.
It's funny when you look at the Japanese, very sweet. Had a black boyfriend, and she used to wear some outfits that you would sit there and me and my wife was looking at she shaved. She was a woman. She did not wear full-time pants with fishnet stockings, sneakers with no toes, and she was just stylish as shit. Lace so up, and I looked at her, and she would go out of here. Except the time she would go here, and she would leave the house and go walk straighter, and between sunset and fucking Hollywood Boulevard, she would this is way before this is I'm talking about 2000.
It was still pretty.
It was still pretty. Messiah was who anyways called.
Messiah?
Messiah. That's called. I love it. That's the dog. That's the dog. That's that whole everything. All the kids. And she would fucking leave them. And we come to and see Messiah walking down the street. Fucking thing up and Howard up and hot pants and heels and socks on. Just the craziest outfit. She would change it. She cuts hair. So she would change her hair every fucking week. I never saw nothing like that. Very neat, very cool, and very real. It wasn't an outfit. That's who she was.
Right.
Like most people have to get up and plan and go to the tailor and shape their. No. Messiah did everything. There's some people who fake the funk. She didn't fake the funk. She wasn't faking the funk.
I think the style setters for the world are young American young black males in America and young Japanese girls. See that 5-10 years later all over the world. Black American males, the same deal.
What we do for a train, because I can play it.
Yeah, so that's where I lived, and that's all I could afford to live in 1987 and 2020. Yeah. So I lived there like a dog, and I always swore if I ever had any money, I'd live in New York this time. So when that sitcom finished, and then showbiz when I told on me in Los Angeles, I moved back to New York, got a rockstar apartment in the Wall Street area, and I looked at all that money I had as my NBC art team. So I was like, man, I got to go. I can do whatever I want. So I started taking trips to London. And I was focusing on New York. I was still doing road stuff in the States. My favorite places, San Francisco, Atlanta, Minneapolis, Chicago, Seattle. Still my main places I love to play. And then I started making trips to London, and I got in with the Comedy Store in London, and then I started playing. London started bringing me over regularly, and London's a really exciting, great place to play. Especially then, there was so many clubs. The clubs paid. Nobody in Europe knows that I had some sitcom. All they care about is, oh my God, you're a great comedian. Let's have you on our stage. Let's invite you to this party. Let's come with me, whatever. And then that led to gigs all over Europe. And then I, playing in Amsterdam, Paris, Berlin. Then I fell in love with a Dutch girl, but also, I ended up moving to Amsterdam. But getting in with London was the key to the world for me. So that also led to gigs in Asia, and then comedy festivals in Australia, and that's how it started. I always wanted to travel. My mother's from Argentina. I had never been there at that time. Now I've been there 3 times. I've had a really beautiful life as a comedian, and then it allowed me to travel. And then all these magical things happened to me, like, ended up, you know, being offered my own television show on Dutch television, doing that late night talk show in Amsterdam for 2 years. And then I was like I said, I never liked soccer before I moved to Holland. I was, that's, you know, kind of a girly sport or whatever, but like, Dutch are fanatical about it, and English are fanatical about it. So I really started to like it and get into it there. You know, I interviewed a couple of the Dutch soccer players on my late night talk show. And then finally going to Argentina, the you know, the land of my mother, my family and everyone in Argentina, that's all they care about. That's their main passion in life. So I went to a soccer match in Argentina that ended in a riot. My family in Buenos Aires, their favorite soccer team is called River Plate, and my cousin Fernando took me to see River Plate play Quilmes, which is a factory town 20 miles outside of Buenos Aires. Really, you go to this town, and it's dirt roads, and there is cops everywhere. I mean, the most vicious-looking cops you've ever seen in your life, and they're holding shotguns, and they're holding axe handles with just, you know, just the wooden part of an axe without the top part. And they're just looking at you as you're coming into their town like, please give me a reason to bust your skull. And then some of them had, you know, German shepherds, and it's like, holy fuck. So this is how, like, insane South Americans are about soccer. These people, you know, just lose their mind and go berserk. And the home fans sit separate from the visiting fans. There's a wall that separates them. You can't even bring lighters into the stadium. People checking you, and there's like a big pile of lighters. So I don't know who started the fire that eventually happens in this story. So Quilmes is and there's a wall of razor wire around the field, not barbed wire, razor wire. A tall, big wall of razor wire. So Quilmes is losing 4-0. And the home fans were so upset at their own team for such a poor performance, they set fire to their own stadium. And this is a South American, you know, concrete stadium. So, I don't know, whatever debris, clothes, paper, you know, Coca-Cola cups, I don't know what the fuck. Or if somebody brought in gasoline, all of a sudden the other side of the stadium is engulfed in flames. And we're on the opposite side. So there's this big gap opens. All the people over there are now getting away from the fire. There's a massive fire on the other side of the stadium. And then these lunatics, like 40 or 50 people on the other side of the stadium, are trying to get onto the field, and they're climbing the razor wire. And then like 100 riot police came streaming across the field, and the players scattered. Because it's all of a sudden there's a fire, and then all these fucking lunatics are trying to get onto they're climbing the razor wire. And these fucking, like 100 riot police in helmets and batons just went streaming across the field. And they're just fucking beating people off the fence. And then they shot tear gas into the stands. It was pretty intense, man. And then they left, and everybody they canceled the match, and there was like 20 minutes left. Game's done. The Quilmes is forfeited. They've lost it. And this was on a school night. So they made us wait in the stadium for 2 hours before they would let it. They didn't want clashes in the streets. So I don't know why they didn't keep the home fans locked in there first. You know, but they let the home side out first. And then
prior to their side.
But they lived there. They could have waited. I mean, it's you know, it's a school night. Everybody's got to work the next day. So all these people from Buenos Aires for the River Plate, they made us stay in the stadium for like 2 hours, and these people are getting restless, and they're banging on the big steel walls doors to be let out, and then these fucking Quilmes police start shooting tear gas canisters into the stadium to where we are waiting to be let out, and these Argentinian people were very used to tear gas canisters because they just nonchalantly pick them up and throw them back over the wall and shit. I was like, oh fuck, this is intense, you know. But it was I would rank it among probably one of the greatest experiences of my life. It was so cool. I mean, at the time and especially when the tear gas started coming over that like everybody, there's this animal instinct when you're in a crowd. If you've ever been in a big crowd when some shit happens, like you can imagine like gunshots go on, like the way people scatter. So there's this sort of animalistic instincts we have when shit happens. You know, the crowd surged, and people started, pushing as a whole. It was a little terrifying, but it was pretty intense. My wife does the finances, so I was So what I've done in LA is I'll be on the road 2 weeks a month, and I'll be on the road 2 weeks a month. But there's been like last year I went to Asia for a month. It doesn't always work out like that. But the schedule. She went with me to Hong Kong a couple months ago, and she'll go to the cities that she loves: New York and Chicago. Austin, Texas.
Listen, no offense to being able to listen at the house, to this podcast, but Anthony Bourdain's dead, and I don't feel so good myself. You really enjoy this shit. Listen, I know people who fake the fuck out of life, and they do anything to be cool, and they buy the second-hand clothing and all that shit. You're real from the heart.
Yes.
This is a show you have here. This is a show that. It's so weird how in today's world, a lot of things that you think you need. Like right now, a guy like you can have your wife come with you on those trips. Tape you in something, you in the fucking club.
Yeah.
You at a restaurant. That's a 9-minute episode. You cut it, you put it up. Then you get a travel bag, fucking something that every traveler needs. You get them to sponsor your little TV show. And even if you fucking make minimum amount of money, just enough to cover the wife and you and the plane ticket and that shit.
Yeah.
It's really worth it to show people your experiences.
And then also comedians around the world. What are people making jokes about? Another part of the world. Maybe we've talked about this because I don't think I've had this idea for years, and I was filming this videos wherever I went. I made a pilot on Malaysia. I did a lot of different things. But check it out. Last year, my wife and I came up with a great format. I had the idea before, but then she structured a formatted show, and we chose 10 cities around the world and made a structure of what those episodes would look like, and the people we would talk to, and things we would do, and example episodes basically. So pitched at CNN, pitched at the Comedy Central, pitched to the Travel Channel, and they all passed.
Yes, they don't even see the vision. They don't see what I see. The problem with today is that
Well, one of them said, what if you had a younger ethnic guy travel? So it's like that's all LA people now. They want diversity,
We're not talking about diversity. We're talking about the show. The same thing I see. Let's be honest. I barely like the 6-hour flight to New York. I barely like it. Okay? If I'm the type of guy, when I went to prison, they did the prison psychiatry department, did a fucking test on me. And the guy came through and then he was, if I had something that you wanted, I'll give it to you. Because if you really want it, you take it. And I got really offended. What he meant by that was, if I want something, you don't want to travel overseas. I don't like that. I don't like it. It's not me, guys. It's not.
And I'll tell you, man,
when I go to Jamaica and I see those skinny chickens, I can't eat that shit. I can't eat that shit. I'm not into none of that shit.
Well, I tell you, I like those long plane rides because one of my obsessions is my Delta frequent flyer status, and I've hit Diamond 2 years in a row. This year they made it even harder. So this year it used to be 125,000 miles. Not bonus miles, not kicks from the credit card purchases and shit. That is 125,000 miles sitting in the seat. So very difficult to do. So now they've raised it to 140,000 this year. And then you gotta spend like $15,000.
What do you get for diamonds there?
Diamonds, the best. So you get to use the first class lounge every time you fly. You're bumped up. I get bumped up to first class probably 50% of the time I fly, and then you get these choice benefits, and you can use like these coupons for like not coupon, whatever certificate, whatever you want to call it, to ensure that you're going to first class, or you can use it for like 4 international, and that's what I always get. So I love the long international flights because you're smashing it upgrades, and man, that first class when you're on an international flight, it's like you're practically land. It's like, oh my god, you got the bed, sleeper, you got movies, you got real silverware and real food. It's not like that Noah sandwich in a motherfucker economy. I mean, you're talking like steak and whatever, bringing around warm nuts, and I don't even drink anymore, which they're they got high-end wines. If you look at, I read something about the breakdown of how a flight makes it. Like each flight, 60% of the profits. So it's like they want to like please those people in first class. That's why like the first class lounges get nicer. The way they treat you in first class is nicer. And it's like it's almost you're bummed out when you get there. It's so. And that's another reason why I've been to Europe because I mean I love going to those places, but also I love being diamond level on Deltas. I could have a helicopter on this roof within an hour, maybe. No, I hit the app. Boom! Kidding. And then also you get like 1 or 2 free companion tickets within the United States. You can bring your spouse. There's a really lot of nice. And when you complain about it, they call you back instantly. Those are the travelers they care about the most. I mean, Delta or any airline.
I like Delta.
I love it. And I used to do.
It doesn't even a guarantee that you get your luggage. Right. Unless you get 2,000 free miles, 1,000 bonus miles.
Yeah.
You get 20 minutes to get your luggage. So I stop, I get a taco, and by the time I get downstairs, my luggage is there, pick it up, and the Uber picks me right up. I got my own little medium drive.
Well, now here's another thing. With Delta, when you're diamond level and you got a tight connection, you get off your plane. This has happened to me twice. You got a tight connection, or even when I was in Seattle, I had plenty of time. I didn't, but they did it anyway because it was slow for them. Getting off the plane, and once you step off the plane to go into that little tunnel, there was a woman standing there with one of the little iPad, and it had my name on it. I'm like, that's me. She goes, oh, and then she opens up the door. You don't even go up the tunnel. You go down the steps on the tarmac. When you fly Delta, look out when the plane lands and you're waiting to get off. Just look out the window. Delta's got at every airport in America these Porsches, and as I say, Delta really small in the window. They got a little fleet of Porsches for their Diamond Elite passengers who have tight connections, or they just want to spoil them. So I've only had that happen to me twice. But Stanhope, I've talked with him about Stanhope. That's like a thing. You're like, it's really nice. And the woman in Seattle, like, I had plenty of time, and she just like, oh, we just wanted to, let you know, thank you, we appreciate your diamond status. And then she drove because I didn't have a tight connection. She drove all the way around the airport, and like, these big planes, this Porsche. Oh my god! And the woman goes, well, she drives back, and she goes, well, so, do you need anything? And I said, well, I got an hour to my flight. Can we take another lap? She goes, yeah, of course. We'll just travel slow. Great. I mean, it's pretty good. American used to be my airline, but after they merged with U.S. Air, I think they treat you like animals. I think the attitude of their employees changed. And I've had people dispute it because Bert Kreischer loves American. So, you know, but he's first class level. Whatever the diamond equivalent is for American, I never reached that on American. I never reached that level.
I've been flying American for 20 years with Rogan. I don't know if you've ever seen them with first class tickets.
Right. Well, I used to be, and then I had a few employees treat me like shit. And after that U.S. Air merger, I thought the airline, and I was a proud American guy. I fly
American, Delta, and Jet.
Right.
I'm very loyal to Southwest too. San Jose.
I can't deal with the corny jokes on Southwest. If anyone lost $300 wrapped in a red rubber band, we have found your rubber band. I grew up in Orlando. They would tell that joke on the Jungle Cruise, and like Southwest is still rattling off these like.
I put the earphones on and get the business select.
But I tell you what I used to do.
I'm a clear guy too.
Yeah.
I use clear.
Well, that's another thing you get with Delta. You get clear for free. You get clear for free. It's so great in LAX, and there's like a line a mile long, and you go straight.
Oh my God!
And everybody in the line's like, "Who's this? Why is he getting
You can go and sign up per flight because I didn't want to do it every month.
No, you sign it. You do it for a year.
I take 2 flights per month, so it's $180 a month, $180 a year, right?
I don't know. Because Delta, when you're Delta Diamond, you get it for free.
180 a year. So I take like 20, 30 flights a fucking year.
Gotcha.
It's worth it to cut. A lot of airports don't have it. It's starting to piss me off.
Yeah.
But
Some
airports have it.
80% of them have it in this state.
Yeah, shop.
And if you have to pay for it, it's worth it. But with Delta Diamond, you get it for free. But I'll tell you what I used to do, because you know, and you're struggling, and you got to be economical for years. I would go on Expedia or Orbitz, and I would always get the cheapest flight. So I got tired of being treated like an animal. And about 5 or 6 years, and I would always try and get American.
And you don't really get a cheap flight.
No.
You don't really get.
No, you don't get a deal.
It's not a deal. It's a bullshit story.
No, and so those are the passengers that they give the least priority to on a plane.
Yes.
You are boarding in zone 6 or 7. There's no overhead space when you get on the plane, and you're gonna get like a fucking middle seat. They don't give a shit about you. So. I would lean towards American because I was trying to build up the point set, and then they pissed me off in 3 or 4 times, which made me say I'm going to stick with Delta. And about 5 or 6 years ago, I made the choice to buy all my tickets with Delta and only fly Delta, even if it's $50, $100 more. And in the long run, that's better, and because I get treated like a king on Delta. And another thing, you get to board with first class even if you're not in first class on Diamond when you're Diamond, which is great because then you're the first one on the plane. You can put a tuba in the overhead. You got all the space in the world.
I do that every weekend. I don't fuck around. I'm the first one on the plane. I'm one fucking day every week. You understand me? I got that little thing.
So you're always in first class?
I always fucking first class.
You get them to pay for first class
I get them
tickets?
to pay them all. They pay $750. What's first class? $850. So for a yardstick, I travel like a doctor. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I don't give a fuck for $1 million. I travel like a fucking gentleman. I don't ever want to get stuck on a long flight to New York and I'm back in economy. That's not going to happen.
Or in the fucking middle?
Or on the way back. On the way back, Papa don't want to know.
Papa didn't take no
Papa
mess.
gets to the airport early to have eggs. I want to see the yellows. I want to see the yellow eggs. You got yellow eggs in business. I want to see the yellows. You understand me? I want to see the bacon. That's the shit.
comedian, you spend so much time flying. But that was the thing. I was getting beat up for years trying to get these cheap tickets, and then it finally dawned on me that that's the way for suckers, man. You know, people who fly once a year.
I know scams that nobody knows. Why? Because I've been flying for 27 following it.
Yeah.
Plus, you got to remember, I've been flying. My wife, I went to Disneyland last week with Mercy for her graduation. She graduated pre-K. And my wife said, when was the last time you were here? I was 10. And I thought about it. I came out here by myself when I was 8, 9, and 10. And went to Disneyland with my uncle. I paid for my own plane ticket. And wow. I've been flying on myself for years. I used to come up with myself and my home. My uncle would fly east and we'd fly out together. And then I'd take the plane back to New York by myself. I've been flying for years. I love it, but I know how to scam people. I know what. Listen, you're never going to upgrade to New York, Chicago. We haven't been with the airline that long. Those go with people that have been there for 30 fucking years, and they make our traveling look like nothing.
Yeah, or they got good companies are paying for their first class travel.
You're never going to get upgraded.
I got to run to the bathroom.
Go ahead, take your time and hurry up. Let me get some shout outs here real quick. That's what happens when you get old. You got to pee every fucking 10 minutes. Even if you don't drink fucking booze, you got to pee. How about Eddie Torres? A shout out to him. My man Joe Grant, Tony Rule Jr., Deborah Hupster, Xander Wilson, Stefan McBride, Jason Brody, and Joseph Harris. I love you, motherfuckers. Don't forget, July 7th, I'm at the Ice House, 7:30, working out with Uncle Joey. And don't forget, July 13th and 14th, we're at the motherfucking South Point in Las Vegas. Please band for life, so you won't see him at the South Point. Don't worry about nothing. We're still doing bondage for Jesus. Don't worry about nothing. But it's good that you're learning about flying, people, because it's fucking, look, nothing bothers me more than when I see people get crushed. 2 weeks ago, we all flew to Vegas. I go, Lee, take the flight of the Burbank. He took the flight like a fucking kept that he is. But then he started to pay $60 for the fucking, for the lift. So it's $120. So that, if you, for the extra $80, you fly right over here like a doctor. And you follow me?
Yeah, no,
sometimes the math.
Well, it wasn't 60, it was 35, but I should have flown. I should have pre-bought. Like, that's the thing with you guys, is you buy your tickets sometimes right, like,
right when I get the fucking date, right when they call me, before I agree to the date. First off, I love Delta, I love American, I love JetBlue. United's the Puerto Rican airline. You take them if you're in a tight situation.
Anytime you think about taking United, you should pull up that video on YouTube of that Chinese doctor being pulled off.
That Chinese doctor, you won't see him again. I wish I took a beat like that. That guy's on an island having his dick sucked. He's got a blonde licking his asshole right now, blowing darts into his asshole. You haven't heard from China Man, have you? You haven't seen him pop up in any videos and nothing. He's at a bank right now, just giving everybody 20. Suck my dick right now. Who gives a fuck? He starts to blow on his face from United. He got it tattooed on his face, the little blood stain he had when he was yelling out.
But I was going to say,
first thing I judge is what time you get me back.
You told me you always get like the first plane in, the first plane out. And I've thought about that.
First plane out. Okay, so if I have to be at your club Thursday, one show. If I can fly out at 5 or 6 and be in your town by 2, I'll be in the hotel by 3. Like 4 hours. I can take a shower, take a 2-hour nap, get room service, or eat downstairs, and still make it to your club for one show.
You told me that a couple years ago, and I've done it a few times.
I'm not coming in Wednesday.
A lot of times, and I'll take the first 6 a.m. flight out. Which I got that tip from you, which is a great, because boom, you're back in LA at like fucking 10 in the morning.
You're back in the morning. You want to sleep? Sleep in your own fucking bed.
Yeah.
But for me to sleep half-assed till 11, get up, I got to be at the airport at 1:55. The flight's delayed. Then by the time I land in LAX, it's all hell in LAX. It's 4:30. It's packed. The 405 is packed. The Dodgers lost. Everybody's pissed. But fuck you. I'm not getting home till 6:30 at night like a savage. No, that's not working. Just get out of there early. Get the fuck out. 2 hours you get to the airport. 2 hours you get
Great tip, man. I used to.
And I hate it.
I would always try and I would always think, oh well, you know, I'll get like a late afternoon flight back, so I don't have to. Yeah.
I even worked with the Agostino. It was too late for him to get a plane ticket because I got so busy with Netflix and this and that. I didn't get the plane ticket to Calusa Casino. So I didn't get him a plane ticket. So I said, I'll just give you cash. Just do the drive. And Saturday day we were talking because we were The gig was Saturday night. So I go, they can stay on drive on Friday, stay at your sister's, because he always goes to Sacramento anyway to see his sister. I go, then drive Saturday to the casino. Blah, blah, blah. So Saturday, I'm outside smoking an M1. And he goes, I'm thinking about leaving tomorrow. I go, listen, bro, I don't know if you know this. The worst drive in the world for me is that San Francisco to LA.
Why? It's a great drive. Take the 101, take your
San
time.
Jose, no. Listen, 55 That's 5 hours.
Yeah. Stop and get some Anderson's pea soup. Nobody?
Peace. I want peace with my sticks. Leave me the fuck alone. I've had peace with 55. I ain't got much time. I ain't got 5 hours to drive and wave at people at the Kennedys. Wave or down the 101. I ain't got that type of time. So.
Yeah, I'm the kind of guy that'll stop at a roadside stand and buy some cherries.
I used to.
It's cherry season. Yeah.
Now I got a 5-year-old. I can't go to San Jose. Get in my car at 11 o'clock at night. I get until 5. And then you don't fall asleep till 6:37. And you sleep 2 hours. Your whole day is fucking ruined. That's how I used to do San Jose. That's why for years I didn't do San Jose. For years they would call me, hey, what the fuck, bro? Because you guys don't toss a plane ticket. I'm not doing that drive. I'm not doing that fucking drive. I hate that drive. I would be quitting the San Francisco traffic competition in 98 and renting a car and driving. I'm never going to drive again. Like, this was a big fucking mistake. But at that time, I had money from a commercial, Taco Bell commercial.
Yeah.
And I was such a coke fiend, I still slept on the beach. I just spent $200 on a neighborhood. Well, I just paid $59 for the hotel in Santa Cruz. What the fuck is wrong with me? And I finally got a hotel. That is the worst drive.
Well, I used to drive all over the states, you know.
We all do.
Yeah, but no. But I mean, like in recent years, like when I wasn't living anywhere, I still had a car. And when my dad was still alive, he lived in Anaheim, and my mom was in Orlando. So like, if I would go to Asia, leave my car in LA with my dad, or go to Europe, leave my car in Florida with my mom. And then in the States, I would book things in blocks. Work my way across the country over like a month or 2 period. And my wife traveled with me. We loved it. Like, you know, leaving from Orlando, do like Atlanta, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Chicago, Minneapolis, then drive, stop off in Montana, do gigs in Seattle, and then Portland, San Francisco down, and or work my way across the bottom, doing like El Paso, Dallas, Houston, New Orleans.
Don't get me wrong. I love some of that shit.
I loved it. Yeah.
That is something that's our soul. That's the soul of the Canadian. That's when you first get into comedy. You don't do nothing. And you just get in the car and you tell your problems to the highway.
Yeah.
And the highway tells you their problems. You know what I'm saying? And you're out there and you just take it. That's a different life than once you accept you're in.
Yeah, but no, I mean, similar like from when it was started, I was doing that and sleeping in the car like you did. But I'm talking about in the last 10 years when I had a really nice used BMW and my fabulous photographer European wife, and we were making adventures out of it. I would like book things with thinking of, we'll work our way across the country and then we'll spend a week in Austin, spend a week in New Orleans, and that was when I was still drinking and partying, and or like go across you spend a month in Montana 6 years ago, and then like go see the Crazy Horse Memorial, or like there's it's about 2 miles from Mount Rushmore. It's taken them like 100 years to carve this crazy horse on a horse. Mount Rushmore could fit on the horse's head. You ever heard about this?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's weird that you really taken advantage of the traveling side. I know a lot of comics that never take advantage. Like me, I'll never take advantage of that because it was kind of scared. Part of this fear.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I have traveling abroad. Like in my world, I got into this country. I ain't taking another chance.
That's hilarious.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they let me in one time. It's I'm good. I'm good. Why fucking spit in face? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why come back and they're like, wait a second. You came in under Tom Rhodes in 1966. You gotta go back to
you have a passport?
They yanked that motherfucker.
Yeah, man, I'm good as gold.
Yeah,
I was born in Washington D.C., baby.
Yeah,
I'm like fucking.
As far as I'm concerned, I know where I was born. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just paperwork and scattered. Make believe we don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. The paperwork is one thing, but when we talk to the other, I don't know who the fuck to believe. So we'll just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? What's that? We'll agree to stay friends. What's that statement?
Agree to disagree?
Yeah, we'll agree to disagree. I won't go to the border,
Oh, man.
and you won't come get me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'll never see me at the border playing in cages, little Mexican kids with a soccer ball and shit. Every day. They're gonna blow that up. Every day they got these kids on the border.
I like it, man. Like, and I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to Asia, and I'm gonna go back to Asia in August for 2 weeks.
And you got club
And I'm
dates.
doing. I'm doing. Well, I'm gonna do a weekend in Kuala Lumpur. Love Kuala. Malaysia is amazing. The food there is incredible. It's a Muslim country, but it's sexy Muslim. Women wear like colorful headscarves. It's hot. It's tropical. So like there's.
You eat monkey and shit like that.
No, man, no.
alligators, no dog.
Malaysia and Singapore are right next to each other. They both do this black pepper crab. Crab is one of my favorite things on the planet. Black pepper crab is worth flying to Singapore or Kuala Lumpur for. And then in Malaysia, they do this, it's called murtabak, which is just like, oh my God, man. It's like kind of like roti bread, but with like minced lamb and egg and chopped up onions in it. There's like a curry sauce that you dip it in. I mean, no, this stuff is better than cooking.
Onions and eggs. You know what comes out of it? You a fucking hate. That's what I used to smell before they go and chop that stuff. They smell that
I'll be
shit.
ripping some ISIS farts in.
What else?
So I'm doing Kuala Lumpur, and that's one of my favorites. Then I'm doing Beijing, Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, and then Shanghai. Then in October, I'm going back to Europe. Did I mention I'm at the Punchline in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
June 28th to the 30th?
Yeah.
June 20th. So in October, I'm going. Never been to Portugal. I've been invited by this Portuguese comedian to this comedy festival, Porto. And then he's also lined up to actually in Lisbon. Never been to Portugal. All my European friends, their favorite place is Portugal. It's like cheap, it's amazing, the cities are beautiful, beaches are incredible. So I'm really excited to go. I've got a week in Portugal, and then I got a week in Paris, and hopefully we'll find out very soon if I get the green light. I want to film my next hour special in Paris, the second week of October. Sunday, that's the date I'm shooting for. I'll know soon.
Paris, Texas.
Paris, France. I got a long history with Paris. My first love of my life, I lived in San Francisco with a woman from Paris, Natalie, good friends. First time I went to Paris, I was maced. Some guys tried to rob me. I got a lot of great stories about it. Strasbourg.
Is that Paris?
No, that's in the south. Yeah. So then I'm going. So after Paris, I'm doing Oslo, and then I'm doing a comedy festival in Ireland in Galway the last week of October. So I got all of October.
What's that?
You didn't want to go anywhere. Everyone has hung themselves. Where are you gonna go? Just stay at your house?
I think so.
I'm pretty sad that a guy like that everybody admired. Happy. Like when Robin Williams killed himself, I thought, man, if that guy wasn't happy, none of us stand a chance. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. And Bourdain had a kid too. I couldn't imagine. It's pretty fucking selfish.
Something that beside a passport without the travel, is there a certain briefcase? My jacket. I know face to face.
Okay.
And I know really enjoy something. First time I met you, I knew who you were. The first time I met you, you showed me the second episode. You interviewed the singer from Radar Club and connected on that level. You were like a child. It was 6 in the morning and you were like a child. You were so excited about this. And you have the same passion today about traveling. You know, all these fucking moments on TV. You know what, man? It's so true that even if you shot a pilot that cost you $30,000, the networks would not get it. They didn't understand about you eating. I never heard of black pepper crab. No, you understand me? These are little things that people don't catch that a guy like me catches. I wish I could do it. I fucking hit it out of the park. The only reason you failed is if you didn't build it up. I can't do that for you. I think you have a tremendous hands. That
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, let's get the funding for it.
When you do these gigs international, I mean, you know, when they did Pittsburgh, Wayne went down to Jersey, Sugar Lake Crabs, or the Tom's River.
Actually, I'm doing Pittsburgh. I've never been to Pittsburgh. Like the first week of December, the last weekend of November.
What they did.
No, I'm gonna do a gig.
Yeah. Tom's River. Get those crab.
But Bourdain went every fucking.
No, he didn't go to Tom's River. Get those crab cakes.
But I would do it if I did a travel show. There wouldn't be no eating in it because that was his thing. My thing would all be comedy. Yeah, black pepper crab. I like any kind of crab.
Radiation clan from South Jersey. These things will keep your asshole fucking going like this. We walk. Come 18 hours, tremendous. You can't those crabs.
Are you allowed to eat those?
Listen, it don't matter. Just eat them.
This is what
Those fucking
you test to. Yeah, we should test.
those cancer crabs. Oof. You put them in a red sauce. You put that Italian bread. Dip it in the cancer sauce. Oof. You give something that tastes in your dick. They swallow that that tastes like a bad mayonnaise. You know what I'm saying? Like Leeds, California really has that special taste in its face. Anyway, but no, seriously, jokes aside.
Better than oil crab.
Shut the fuck up, guys. Let me tell you something. You're a true passion. This is always, since I've met you, this has always been really a main focus. You know, seriously, you know things that most Americans do not know.
Yeah.
You do not know the more you fucking know. You know the comedy side of all these other countries, which is very fucking interesting. Gabriel, he did a special. He talked about going somewhere. Where'd he go? And he said, the guy picked him up was a comic. His cousin was a comic. Excuse me, because of YouTube. All those international
Is it somewhere in the Middle East?
Yes, he went somewhere in the Middle East and they were like going crazy.
Yeah.
And he goes, everybody's trying to tell him jokes and shit. Because this, you know, comedy is growing internationally.
It's all over the world.
It's all over the world.
I've seen it in Asia. There's comedy scenes all over Asia that didn't exist 20 years ago.
You have a tremendous show, man. Like I said, let me sell it. I know you have a talent. Let me sell it. Don't give it to a white guy that's 24.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
they give it to you. You know what I'm saying? With blonde hair and earring and it's
exactly.
it's tattoo. Viva Maria on his chest. And a sperm shot under his nipple.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I just one day at a time. You know, I'm focused on doing that special in Paris, and then hopefully.
If anybody's paid their fucking dues 3 times, it's you. Did you quit high school?
No, I finished high school.
I'm not offended.
No, I never went to college.
Somebody else.
No, I I started when I was 17, I was still in high school. I was a junior in high school when I started.
Who quit high school to start comedy? Somebody, Dwight Slade, there was somebody who quit high school to do comedy this CD. I forget what the fuck it was.
I love that stuff. Are you kidding me? Pep rallies, talent shows, after the announcements. I was like, Oviedo, Florida, when I grew up, there was a small town. Everybody knew I wanted to be a comedian, so they let me do all this shit. Because everybody knew I was playing in the nightclub in Orlando on the weekends. I stopped going to dances, football games. I was going to the comedy club.
What comedy club was in Orlando back then?
There was an independent club. When I started there, it was called the Funny Farm. And then a year later, they changed it to the unfortunate name of the Coco Banana.
What year was this?
84.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was 17.
Jesus Christ.
Started February 4th, 1984. I was 17 years old.
I was just landed in university. I was living in Aspen, Colorado. And I said, fuck it, I'm going back to my birthday, which is February 19th. And I flew on the 1st, I was going to stay till like the 14th. And I was staying, so you start comedy, you start my junior career.
Junior? How do you get to senior criminal?
Huh?
How do you get to like full senior criminal?
It's up the wrong fucking way, as you can tell, I'm a fucking comedy guy. My podcast is all the time, and I'm passionate.
So,
Yeah, man. And I graduated when I was 18. And then in 1985, and then I went right on the road like a month later.
Now, you already knew Gardell back then.
No, he didn't start. He started like probably 88, like that. I was doing it like 3 or 4 years. I remember when Billy came around and open mic nights, and I remember when Carrot Top came and did open mic night. They shunned him because he had props. They said, "Come back when you don't have props." And Daryl Hammond, I remember when Daryl was doing open mic nights, and he was doing the voices and the characters, and yeah, man. It was great. And then it was a great club. Ron Bennington had a comedy club in Clearwater. Ron Bennington's comedy scene. And then that, meeting him, I was different down there, man. Because he was like the first comedian I'd ever seen who was like talking about real shit. And like people just not being hacks, just trying to be real, do some fucking quality shit. And so down there in Clearwater, man, Bennington, Jim Brewer used to play down there. There was a lot. It was really great. Different than what was going on in Orlando. So there was a lot of great.
What was going on in Orlando? How many comedy clubs?
Only one. And then so the Copa Banana eventually became Bombers.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So there's in the San Filippo's bar it became Bombers. But it was in like it was in these nightclubs, these dance clubs. Like the first one was Park Avenue, and then it was JJ Whispers, and this were like the hottest clubs in Orlando.
So there would be a comedy show from 8 to 10. And they clear out the chairs.
No. Disco with a side small room where they had more comedy. So like the disco was already raging, and then like being a young man, I mean I had a fake ID, and I wasn't even old enough to be in there. And like I'm meeting like women in their 20s. 30s, these older women. Oh man, I had a great time. Loved it.
So you're doing comedy in a room.
I think some of the waitresses had sex with me just for the novelty. Yeah.
So you're doing comedy next to that's playing music and you're into disco music.
I mean partially. And then this is Florida in the 80s, so there was a lot of cocaine. And everybody dressed like Miami Vice. Everybody thought they were Tony Montana. And it was interesting time.
Fuck. I love it. I can't wait to I can't wait for you to fucking do this web series. This is the only one.
Well, I mean, I was putting money into doing it years ago, and it was just... I was doing it, I would call it extended arm production because I had a camera and I would film myself doing stuff. But I did that for years.
just to
And then it would cost a lot of money to edit it, and you know, I don't have the money to do it on my own. You know, I need something to happen.
There's got to be a way where they tape you and you go play and show them what has to happen when you check in. You know, for a guy like me, it would be interesting. I just need the right guy. I'm not gonna watch some fake comic.
Right.
Discovery, go to some fucking, no, I don't want to watch that. I want to watch a friend of mine tell a story. You know what I'm saying? Go to China and show me the toilets that Ari talked about. I have this shit, there's no toilet paper. Take a picture of it, you know. To me, I've never seen that stuff. That'll blow a guy like mine. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of guy that, I think you're one of the most interesting comics. Like if I was a real comedy fan, I'd go see you every time you were in town. Because I know you're constantly writing. You know, one of those guys that brings the same shit every time I see you. You're constantly writing. And I would ask you questions after. I would ask you stupid questions. Hey, they're going to go on Australia. What airline should I fly? Because I know you would take 20 minutes out and explain to me.
Yeah. Well, people email me all the time. They'll ask me for travel advice, and I do it all the time. And it's like, there's a lot in it. And this guy wrote me the other day, hey, man, my daughters are 21 and they're going to Amsterdam. Well, I just told this other guy last week all the Amsterdam things. You know? So, I don't know. I need to put out a travel book or something.
A travel book? You know, who was the guy that put a fucking book out on our back? We had a friend. We had a friend of ours that put a book out. Yeah, that's how he hit me.
I don't know. You asked me what I take with me on my travels.
Yeah, like, is there anything that on every trip
Well, I'll tell you what
you take because it really helps you be a better traveler? Is there a guide? Is there a video? Is there a watch?
I mean, I always bring like books that I'm reading, but there's things like, you know, bring your own soap thing, because those little hotel soaps are, you know, even in luxury hotels, usually kind of small. I use To-Me luggage. I used to use Travel Pro, but something happened to them. You buy the Travel Pro luggage. It costs about $300, $350. You get them on sale. Well, it's just quality luggage is always that expensive. But it used to be worth it because a Travel Pro bag used to last, I would get 4 or 5 years out of a Travel Pro bag.
So you one bag?
A suitcase.
Well, all luggage is expensive.
I get it.
Well, so listen to me. So listen. The last 2 Travel Pro bags I had only lasted. I had one lasted 2 years and then it fell apart, and then the last one I had lasted like a year and a half, and it fell apart. So you're dropping $400 on a piece of luggage, and it only lasts a year or 2. Something happened in Travel Pro. They stopped the quality product they were offering before. The seams were bust, the zippers were bust. Then I said, fuck that. I'm not using it. So I got the last 2 bags I got a carry-on bag from To-Me, and I love this. It's the greatest. You know, it's a regulation size, fits under the seat over the head, and then it's got the zipper in the back where you pull out your computer. So when you're going through the thing, it's beautifully designed. Great secret pockets on it. It's got pockets for everything. But it's this back zipper that you go through the metal detector, and you got your computer comes out. It's like a pro in your zipper, especially if it's clear. So then I already have. I asked them to sponsor my podcast like 2 years ago. Never even got a reply. And then the quality To-Me bag I bought for $1,000. The piece of luggage. So the carry-on thing is like $300, $350. It's a beautiful bag. So my wife was like, man, are you going to spend $1,000 on this piece of luggage? And I'm like, listen, you know, I'm a comedian, I'm a headliner, I got to show up with the quality stuff, you know? And I don't need some punk-ass Travel Pro zippers busting. And I don't want to travel around, oh, now I'm going to hump it out with a year with a bag that's got a busted zipper. Fuck that. I'm a professional traveler, you know what I'm saying? So I spent $1,000 on the Toomey bag, and I believe in this Toomey stuff. Man. They make beautiful luggage. Well, I mean, they got different kinds. You can get the kind where the old style, I like the fold-over garment bag kind. So it's got like inside pockets. It's beautifully designed. You got a place for the shoes, place for the socks, place for the underwear. Then you hang the thing and open beautifully. And then you got outside pockets, which I put my toiletries in case when I land, I need to get the toothbrush or something, you know. And then just the outside pockets are beautiful. So check this out. Last December, I was playing in, there's this tour of Switzerland. I've done it 3 times, and it's great. It's a week of one-nighters across Switzerland. So you do Geneva, Lausanne, Basel, and Zurich. And I had a day off, and I went to Vevey, and I went to Charlie Chaplin's house. It was great. So flying back, actually the tour ended in Basel this time. So I had to fly back from Basel to Amsterdam, and then Amsterdam to New York, and then Amsterdam to Atlanta, and then Orlando for Christmas. So Amsterdam got snowed in, so I got stuck in Basel, Switzerland for an extra couple of days, which isn't a bad place to be stuck in Switzerland. And when I finally got out, and then Amsterdam to New York, and then, Amsterdam to Atlanta, and then Orlando for Christmas. So Amsterdam got snowed in, so I got stuck in Basel, Switzerland for an extra couple of days, which isn't a bad place to be stuck in Switzerland. And when I finally got out, and in Basel, Switzerland, the airport, they use some kind of machines with claws. The bottom of my beautiful, expensive bag got these it ripped them. It got these big, I don't know, about the size of your thumbs. These 2 big nicks. Man, took a photo of it, when immediately I picked it up, and then my first thought was, holy fuck. I go to, so I was on KLM, which is connected to Delta, but I bought the ticket through Delta, because I buy everything through Delta. And then when I landed in Amsterdam,
That's Delta.com.
Tom,
In case you listen,
when I
Delta.com.
landed in Amsterdam and I got my bag back, I saw the things, and I went to the plane luggage area, and I took photos of it, and Delta Airlines, and I kept the receipt and everything, paid me the exact amount of money for, so the oh shit, I'm spending $1,000 on luggage, they sent me a check for $1,000. So now I look at that luggage and it's got these thumb-sized scratch nicks on it, and I love it because that means I got a piece of luggage.
Delta.com, don't forget, they pay you.
Tom Rose at the Philadelphia Punchline, June 28th. I love you so much, Joey.
Follow Tom Rose. Travel, if you're interested in traveling, he's got it. Man, I listen to that shit. They're passionate about it. It's only sitting at the griddle. So I was like, I'll be over, dropping all these names. Fuck you, you're an amateur, you fuck. You went over there sucking dick down and he's talking to you. Tom Cruise respected. Anyway, when are you with June 28th through the 30th?
June 28th through the 30th. I'm at the Punchline in Philadelphia.
Damn, that's a good fucking thing.
Have you ever done this West Nyack, New York?
Yes.
How is that? I'm there.
Tremendous.
I was going to ask you. I've never been there.
Tremendous.
And I'm like, I had to look that up on a map.
Good pizza.
August 30th through September 2nd.
Fuck yeah, you're there. You can be probably out of the city. And the whole.
What's it like there? It's nice. Is it a nice town?
Barbecue. Let's pretend you shot 18 people. Okay,
I know.
Find it. What the audience is. Take Brooklyn, the Bronx, and Northern New Jersey, Queens, Messiah, and Nyack and shit. Last time I did some of that, you guys keep it in there.
You don't fucking heckle Joey.
No. West Nyack is heavy duty.
What is that? The toilet?
Heavy duty. Nyack is heavy duty. Very interesting. Good people.
Yeah, man.
Have a good time.
Good. I've been
Stay at the
I'm
hotel.
playing some new places. My
Listen,
dad,
stay
I'm
at the hotel.
going to Pittsburgh like the last week in November.
Pittsburgh
and then,
Improv.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Improv.
Great place.
Last weekend in November. And then I'm really excited about Philadelphia next week because it's the first time I'll be there since I've busted my head open. And that was like,
This is 4 years ago.
a significant
Change your life.
I think I'm gonna go. I want to go 10 years, and then I might start having a glass of wine, have a beer. We'll see.
How old are you now?
57.
When you were 10. By that time, you made one drink wine.
And I like going to Paris and Rome and sitting in cafes and reading books no one else understands. So,
I wish you all the luck in the world. You're a great man. Great guy.
You're a great friend, brother. I
Church
love you
guy.
with all my heart.
I'm happy you came on today. Don't forget to follow Tom Rhodes. Fucking flying through that road. Don't forget the Ice House July 7th and South Point the 13th and 14th. Listen, like I told you in the beginning of the fucking show, I fuck around with you people. As far as I fly a lot, I'm always on it fucking immune. I'm always on this. This is from Tech Immune. I'm always on it. You don't see me traveling like old Japanese dude with a mask on and shit. I'm tired of out that day. I think we're fucking on it. And nobody fucks with Joe. You understand me? Whether it's the alpha brain, whether it's the chocolate, Mexican chocolate protein powder. Listen, Onnit is the fucking good. Now they got Onnit 6. It's an annual training program. It's 6 weeks transformation. It transforms your motherfucking body. You understand? Go to Onnit.com right now. Press in. Church. Bam! Get 10% off. Delivered right here. Just like that. Number 2. I'm a fat fuck people. Joey, what gi? Fuji! Fuji gi. The best. You understand? We go to Fuji Sports right now. Fujisports.com. Why? Should I go why? Because their gis are quality. You can have dangle on them. I found an old gi from 3 years ago. It's a white gi, but it's black. People hanging on my collar. I don't give a fuck. They never really understand why. Quality. Like Joe, what gi should I get? Let me get the Seiko. The Seiko, S-E-I-K-O 2.0. Me, I recommend the Super. That's the best gi for your fucking money. But the all-around gi, the ones under $100, they do the trick too, bro. Go to Fujisports.com right now. Press in church. Bam! 10% off. Yeah, price killer.
Church.
And I'll see you motherfuckers next Monday morning. Ready to rock. You understand me? At attention. Ready to fight off the fucking grief. To die. Stay black. Have a great weekend. And that's it. Kick this fucking mule, Lee. I'm ready to stab a bitch. Too short for you motherfuckers. It's back to my fucking prison days right here in 87. What? Do it, Tom Rhodes. A.K.A. The Restaurant. Go. You ready for a bump? For the last 300 months, I made 16 albums with me on the front, and they
What?
It was a deal today at like 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I just watched it.
Sig, you want to share?
Yeah.
Copenhagen Gaming. Yo, my cousin has V-Buck generator if you want some. And keep up the good. Alright, brother, I will. Run. Fuck that one up.
These hot ass bitches on my street.
Oh, no, you're on the other side.
Whoa. Spam my name, nigga.
Never.
Right?
I'm gonna send him money, Zig.
Fuck yeah. Nah, they're good people. They're just like us.
I was saying, a poor little Fat, oh, poor little
Come on.
Dude, poor little boy from the fucking country, dude.
Jason, what's up? Why is everyone
Tell him come through, where is he? Right there? Just watching you. Hate to see you play the game, but I'm watching YouTube.
Where should I drop at? Where should I go?
You didn't know I was right here.
Alright, tilted it is then. I messed up my shotgun.
Yeah, 404 people watching right now.
What's up, dudes? Put me into that group of shit or whatever.
Do you know?
Doing the hands, man.
This dude just posted 21 kills in the game.
Nice. Did you post me up in it?
A couple ones.
Did you fucking drink one of these?
No. You wanna go smoke one?
No, not now.
Fuck off then.
Yes, come on.
Hey.
I moved.
Finally unlocked that dude. You hear me? Little Danny's funny as hell. Frank gets those 10 kills, right? Then it's Little Danny's turn to play. You ain't gonna like watching me. I'm more of a ghost ninja.
Yeah, well, that's what I was telling him that what Kev was. He's a ghost ninja.
I'm more of a ghost ninja. You might not enjoy watching me. Look, he can't even control the dude. Yeah, he's just.
Poor guy.
But then look at him play baseball. Or best,
Yeah.
you know. But Francis is good. You know what I mean? Frank is extremely insane at this game. At 9 years old. He's not even mature enough to know anything. You know what I mean? Wait till he's 12, 14 playing the game. It's just, there's a lot of shit that people are saying is fucking kids up with these games. Cap City traded in a bunch of his skins. You get full price for them?
What's going on, man? About to get this win for you, bro. Well, welcome from Michigan. What's your favorite spot to land? shot him. He was good though. That was nice. LeBron.
Let's go smoke weed.
That's it.
Let's go smoke on the hood.
Going for the blitz.
Okay. They would have killed you for a coach for bullets, dude.
Oh, they were gonna stick me up for it.
You don't give me coach for bullets. Let me sit down. I think JK banged Manoosh. Got it. I kind of like landed at the soccer field. You know what?
Dude, did you see what kind of type of cycleness was going on?
Pretty cool. Here.
I have to get how these fuckers get built, so much build, dude, so quick.
Yeah, I don't know either. There's so many. Yeah, and he stayed on the firebolt a little bit.
This is the best internet ever right here, this dude's got.
Well, it's a hit. I love how these ants thought they were so good at Call of Duty. I used to just work everybody's ant. This dude sucks. What is he doing?
Wow.
Oh my god. Don't have
Wow.
more for it. Don't have more for it. It'll elevate you to the top. Okay. Man, this dude's great.
didn't get no kills, but dude, did you see that orange shot?
You
Fucking.
didn't get none of those
No,
kills?
not one.
Oh yeah, you didn't.
Fucking
Oh, yeah, that
each person I hit, no problem.
Yeah, that's how it played. The thing is, I'm getting so good at this game because I'm trying hard as fuck to put that cursor right on your goddamn head, and it's working.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like I was just reading about this game, he's like, you know, if you're halfway good and you're getting wins, you know, and you're getting wins on the regular and you're good as fuck, you know, like you are, dude, you're amazing because everybody's trying so fucking hard to win that it's not even fun. It ain't like Call of Duty. People are trying hard to win. Everybody wants those fucking wins. This ain't no Call of Duty. It was fucking new game. These motherfuckers are trying to play hard as fuck to win, dude. And then this way, the best gamers in the world are playing this right?
Yeah.
The best players on ps4 are playing this right?
Yeah. The sucker better win.
He's on his full health again. Nice. Little plunger. Hey, he's got a sniper, he's got a shotgun, he's got his rifles too. Those are the 3 guns I like to have. A tactical, a fucking sniper, and an assault rifle. He's still just in Tilted Tower, he's running around. Great. They must have fixed that going under the map. Did you ever see how they did it? They wrote, see that bus right there? They would ride a shopping cart underneath it, like, and like get it stuck, the shopping cart, like weird, and then like glitch out underneath the shopping cart underneath the Tilted Towers. And then just going insane until the towers. Double action.
Way too slanted down. Just slanted up top. He tried to fucking.
No scope?
Yeah. Surprised he didn't get it.
This dude ain't a sniper. What?
This house sick.
Really?
Yeah, it's a computer.
Hello.
Dude, you can't even do that. You're not even Builder Pro or whatever, you know what I mean? This is computer. I mean, keypad and mouse. And plus how fast they're going. When you see very fast sensitivity, I got it at the highest sensitivity. I want it way higher. But with a mouse. And you can get it way higher with a mouse. That was the biggest advantage you could ever do.
How about this? Fucking,
Like what? And he was still fighting animal for it.
dude, he's going to kill this dude. Watch yourself in, there's another one.
Oh my god.
Dude, really?
Oh my god. And someone else got shot. So there's one other, so 3 people came up real quick. Just going right after him. Just some new, oh my god. That dude just went insane. Got so fucking lucky, dude. He's got 8, dude, but dude, that was fucking so lucky, dude.
Just worked out for him, but I wouldn't say it was luck.
Dude, some other dude comes up, throws C4, the other dude, another dude comes up, kills that dude that he was going after, he kills the dude that goes C4, this dude jumps down here.
With 4 health.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Now he's back to full health with some shield.
Right? Look at that dude up in the tree. All of a sudden he just went up in the tree. He don't see him. This dude might get him from this tree. This is the real test right here, because
We'll never get him. This dude is fucking nasty.
you can snipe him right now, like, you know.
No, we'll just take a little bit of health off and he will.
Dude's straight up in a tree behind him right now. He's just running straight too and shit.
He's got a long circle, press the left.
Yeah, he could get fucking sniped in the head right now by that dude in the tree. How funny is that? You didn't see that dude in the tree.
You did, but...
Huh?
Yeah, it seems like he moves fast too, look at him. That dude don't run like this. I just hate getting into watching people like this because it's like, nah, you have to watch it.
Well, yeah.
You can't shut it off right now. It sucks.
Wow.
Huh?
That should have fucking been headshot right there. Yeah, there should have been another one.
He's fucked.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck about shit.
Well, you can build like that, you don't.
He just boxed him in. And just fucking cracked him out.
Yeah.
Wow,
Got him
dude.
with that fucking thing right there.
Wow.
Got him with that trap, dude.
Yeah, boxed him in, trapped him.
Just fast as fuck.
Yeah.
Don't
Just
know what
fucking snap, clap.
Dropped a gold star. You don't even know what he did.
Yeah, this dude's trying to snipe him. Ah, fuck, let's go get this quicker.
Oh, yeah. Dude just boxed somebody in and trapped him and gave him a clap. So, be going after this dude, dude? Oh my god, if he gets this dude, this is gonna be so dope.
He's gonna get everyone.
What's his name? Swerve King? Fuck yeah. Look at this dude. Oh wow. Box him, you know. Oh, he missed it. He fucked up.
He's gonna rock it. See ya.
Come on, dude.
Well, he got it. See ya.
Get him?
Wow, now that dude went back up. They're both sick ass builders. Oh, dude, shoot this little box down, dude. Oh, what?
He
You
dropped
went
down.
That's so. Wow. And just dead on too, you know,
Oh, dude, just way dead on.
right in the head.
And then just off to this dude. There's a dude here who killed him. Yeah, it's still Just do this so often.
Right in the head every time.
There's a dude behind. How many left?
4. So 3.
Yeah. There's no way anybody
2.
will beat. There's no way anybody's beating this dude.
There's one dude in the prison right here.
Stay right there. And then a rat right here. Ooh, he's seeing it.
That's how he died.
How?
Yeah. It's just a sickening. I've seen it a couple
I'm
times.
just saying. And you thought you have hollow games.
Yeah.
The dude just had 11 kills.
Yeah.
Was for sure taking first.
Yeah.
There's nobody was gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
Unless they were in a bush hiding, maybe.
Oh, sickening, dude.
Oh my god, that dude was so nasty.
Now this fucking chump left.
Don't even know what he's doing. No skin.
Look at him. And so the other dude's just a complete retard too.
This dude could just be dead.
Yeah. Look at this dude's watching with us and shit. Oh, it's not his walls. Wow, dude, yeah, this game is sickening, dude.
One-on-one.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Wow. Wow, dude.
Dude, did you see that, dude?
But I mean, when you're that good, you know, that shit don't phase you. It's whatever. Shit's happening.
What do you mean?
Man, how
That-
fun of a game, dude, to be able to play like that.
That dude dropped his heart when that shit happened.
Yeah.
He probably almost had a heart attack. 'Cause I
Yes.
was-
It's so shitty that it takes 150 nowadays.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. This is like what he had was 150.
Damn, those things are ridiculous. Look at this dude.
Dope. This other dude's just down in this prison. Wow. Fucking chumps all around.
Where's the other dude? Click him. You can't? Like, could there be other people viewing the other guy right now?
Yeah. And so both this dude's kills probably from a trap too and shit, you know what I mean?
This dude's gonna fall to his death. He's in that truck I met him in. Imagine how good that dude is. This guy is considered a hollow that he's trying to watch right now.
Dude, just two complete chumps to want to do Feldo's death.